blessed by the divine. Dear sky intellectuals, with great joy and immense exaltation, I feel privileged to extend my welcome to all the spiritual meditators for the Discourse in English, which is being organized by the World Community Service Center Aliar IT team. If we analyze nature, we can see that love and compassion is prevalent in each and everything. Love denotes holding any other with body or mind. Compassion denotes providing its own energy continuously, thereby protecting the held ones. To expound the science of love, we have our guest of honor, Professor M.K. Janakiraman sir from Chennai with us tonight. I extend a special welcome to you, sir. Professor M.K. Janakiraman sir started his service with Sky System from 2002 onwards. He has been serving in Vedatrium for past 18 years. Initially, he was the coordinator for the Sky Oman chapter, and now sir is our chief advisor for projects in the World Community Service Center. He is a psychologist and a family counselor. In the last 20 years, thousands of families have been counseled by Professor Janakiraman sir. Sir conducts classes at Temple of Consciousness in Aliar and actively involved in village service project, visiting all adopted villages and improves the quality of family life in those villages. Professor also visits schools and colleges to motivate and empower our youngsters. Sir is the educator and evaluator of the Smart Sky Club, and he is also supporting and motivating the speakers in English. He is also serving as the backbone for the online foundation course by rendering technical support. Sir is conducting Sky programs for children and youth in English, organized by the Vision for Wisdom Aliar. We have such an dexterous personality here with us tonight. I now request Professor M.K. Janakiraman sir to deliver his speech. Be blessed by the divine. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the divine. Hope you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I could not hear you actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to thank the Almighty, our Guru, and all the wonderful people who gave me the opportunity to be with you all in this evening. Today, we're going to discuss a very important topic, the science of love. When somebody saw this topic, he asked me, how is Vedatrium and love together? I told this person, Vedatrium is all about love. Because we all think that when we say love, immediately we all have a negative connotation that love means lust. We always think in a very different angle. Vedatrium is all about love. Now, let us understand the science, how love works. Allowed to stay with you forever. Love is actually an emotional feeling, a state of mind. Okay, it's a feel. I mean, you cannot express and say, I love this person so much. How much? You cannot express. You cannot put it in words. You cannot. What I do. State of mind, feeling, from just, I mean, for you to just feel for somebody 4 minutes, but really fall deep in love with somebody 90 minutes. It's different. Lust is sexual gratification. We're not talking about that today here. Talking about love, romantic love. Okay, feeling, for good feeling, elation, energy. Okay, how you feel, you crave for somebody. Okay, you feel like you want to be with that person, meet that person, talk to that person. Okay. When you are in a nice romantic love, okay, the body secretes dopamine. The dopamine secretion increases, okay, and it gives a lot of good benefit to the body. The attachment, the connection, the feeling when somebody is there with me, I feel very contented. Somebody next to me, I feel very happy about this person. When you feel like that, oxytocin secretes from the pituitary gland. It brings in a bondage in the neurotransmitters. That really helps, okay, for the body to do very well, actually. Being in love is after by huge measurable changes in the biochemistry. The biochemistry of the body changes, okay, in the brain. Of course, the chemicals are secreted in the brain. A lot of changes happen in the brain when you are in love with somebody. Science says there are 3 parts of love. Okay, three parts of love. Each are driven by different brain chemicals. The attraction, okay, is driven by adrenaline, dopamine, and serotonin. These 3 chemicals, okay, give you different novel experiences. The 3 stages of love. The first stage is where you just understand, you just get person. The second stage is you get feel attached to that person. You feel very, strong about that person. And third stage is the where you feel connected to this. Responds differently to love. Okay. Okay, that's something which okay, you feel very connected. You want to be really with that person, actually. Okay, with good moments you have. Okay, you have very good memories of that person. You feel very connected to that person. And when you are in love, who likes me. Okay, I'm being observed. Okay. All really spoil your health. If you attach somebody, if you put somebody, how the brain and love, okay, how are they connected? How it really happens inside the brain, okay? In the brain, the stem called the VTA, ventral tegmented area. This is a reward system which starts in the VTA part, which gives you a reward. Oh, I met this person. I like this person. Okay, it starts there. And the midbrain, okay, which is the romantic feeling. It gives you a nice feeling about a person. It pumps dopamine. There's a place called the caudate nucleus, which receives a message from VTA about the partner when he feels that he loves somebody and shows. And of course, the hypothalamus is there, which is the lust part of it. Okay, and there's a prefrontal cortex, which gives you the reward system and connects you with that person, helps you think very positive about the very connected person, actually. There are 3 parts of the brain, which is the ancient reptilian brain, okay, which secretes the dopamine, and the middle brain, which manages emotions, and the cortex, okay, which is the thinking area, which is the reward system for you actually. Normally, when you are in deep love, the prefrontal cortex shuts down, and the amygdala, okay, which is actually a series of emotions, fear, anger, happiness, orgasm, okay, just secretes comes from the amygdala. There are pleasure chemicals in the brain, okay, they call the love hormones. Dopamine is a brain's pleasure chemical, which activates the brain reward, the euphoria, feel very elated, pleasurable, okay. When like that, the dopamine secretes. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter of the brain, okay, which acts the chemical messenger between neurons. Neurons are the cells in the brain, okay, and dopamine is released when your brain is expecting a reward. Oh, I'm going to meet somebody. I'm going to meet this person. I'm going to love this person. Okay, automatically the brain dopamine releases the positive hormones. It works very good to the brain. Anticipation is enough. Not even to meet the person. You're anticipating somebody, going to meet somebody, or expecting something from somebody. Also releases dopamine. Okay. Of course, also, eating food, being with somebody, also because of a lot of pleasure. And there's something called the oxytocin, okay, which means quick birth, cuddling, loving. You just hug a person. You just really be close to a person. Feel attached to somebody, okay. This secretes the pineal gland. Somebody touches you, they loves you. The feeling that I love this person. Even mothers, when they feed the child milk, the thought of the child, the secretes oxytocin. Okay, and for such first mothers, the feeling comes, they secrete more milk in the breast. And also helps to reduce blood pressure, and they'll become very socially very amenable. Okay, they are very caregivers, very friendly with everybody actually. And third chemical called the serotonin, which manages your social and the mood behavior. How you behave in a social situation, how you friendly with your people actually. It gives a tingling sensation and a pleasurable pain. They call it pleasurable pain. Okay, 90% of this is secreted in the intestine and 10% in the brain. It regulates your appetite, digestion, sleep, okay, sexual desire, okay, and also manages your social behavior actually. And when it is low level, suppose serotonin stack is very low, normally a lot of people whom I meet, okay, they are people who are affected mentally, okay. For them, the serotonin is a problem. The serotonin stack is very low, they lead to depression, anxiety, insomnia. The self-esteem is very, very low. They will think very low about themselves. I'm not capable. I'm useless. Such people, they will have a lot of people. Okay. This serotonin issue happens more, about 52% is more in males compared to females. Okay. So there's the fourth chemical called the endorphin. Suppose I do sky exercises. Okay. I feel very happy about it. So normally when you go for a jog, you come back after a jog, you feel very good about the body. Okay. When such situations, the endorphin secretes. Now, what science says is, how long the love will last? It says, love can last for about 2 to 3 years. For it to last beyond that, there got to be a very special connection. Okay. After that comes kind of fades down. But there are couples, there are people, there are friends who ensure that they manage it beyond that period. That's extremely important. Okay, for couples mainly. So what's important here is whether you care for somebody or you choose somebody whom you love. Okay, so caring is different and choose somebody whom you love is very different. Now, how to know that you are in love with somebody? Do you empathize for that person? Can I feel the pain that person goes through? That shows that I care for that person. I'm in love with that person. And can you feel their pain? Yes, this person is going through a pain. There's a problem, social problem, or health issue. I can understand what he's going through or she's going through. Okay, when you can feel that, obviously, okay, it shows that you are in love with that person. And I'm willing to sacrifice anything for this person. I'll go to extra mile. Okay, to even just forego my own requirements, I'll go and do something for that person. So these three areas, okay, say empathizing, okay, feeling others' pain, and willing to really sacrifice anything for that other person, shows that you are in love with the other person actually. Now, Fine, we have understood the science of love. Whom should I love? It's a good question, right? Okay. I would always say, as a psychologist, the one person whom you should love always and never forget to love this person is yourself. What Vedatriyam Maharishi says is the most important person in the world is you, yourself. You, self, okay? Nature and society. So I mean, society and nature. First, the most important person is yourself. So if we love yourself, okay, because I always say, if you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. If you don't love yourself, you'll only act as if you're loving others. Many children I meet, many adults I meet, they say, I'm like this, I'm dark, I'm fat, I'm lean, I'm short, I'm tall, I'm like this, I'm like that. Okay, actually, your body parameters doesn't have any impact on your well-being or your achievements. But the psyche is like that, which tells you that, oh, you're not good enough to attract others. Because many children nowadays, young children, have a feeling, oh, I'm dark, so nobody will look at me. Oh, I am like this, so no girls look at me, no boys look at me. So like that, people think, okay, which is a very, very wrong feeling. Because what you achieve in your life, what you can be with somebody, your skin color, your tone, your body, or nothing matters at all. So what's important here is, I am born in this world. I am capable. I have capabilities. I have the wherewithal to make it very, very big in my life. So when you love yourself, you'll take care of yourself. So what you will do? You'll do our Vedatriyam Maharishi's exercises. Next, okay, you'll also take care of your family because they are also as important as yourself. But you can take care of your family only when you love yourself. When you feel that I'm not useless, I'm not capable, you're not bothered to even spend time with your family. So next one is society and then nature. So the love has to be in the same order of first take care of yourself, then family, then society, and then nature. Sitting in a place, open place, looking at the sky is also love. Sitting in a garden, looking at the plants is love. Going in a zoo, looking at animals is love. Love does not mean only between human to human. Can be with anybody actually. So lovingly, caringly, you go and bless a plant. The plant will react. Plant do very well. It will grow very well. It will yield very well. So love is something which everybody in this world, anybody who is animate, they will require love to be shared. Now, when you do Maharishi's, exercises or all those practices, how does it help? How does Vedatriyam and love hormones react? See, when you do exercises, the body secretes endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine, which are extremely required for your good mood to be happy and manage yourself very well. Suppose you don't do exercise at all, obviously you'll miss all this. When you do meditation, the body secretes serotonin in the brain. And you do Kaya Kalpa Yoga, you know what happens? There's an increased production of something called alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone. They call it as the alpha MSH. It's also called as the melanotrophin. It's secreted in the pituitary gland. Okay, and what does this do? This induces the melanocytes to produce melanin, something called the melanin, which is required for the pigmentation of the skin. You all know that skin is the largest organ in the body, and to control inflammations, and manage your peripheral organs, sometimes even brain, this melanin is required. And this melanin will also ensure your immunity is very good, your memory is very good, and you don't age fast. That's how Kaya Kalpa Yoga, because of this alpha MSH secretion, as you do Kaya Kalpa Yoga from the pituitary gland, this helps in anti-aging, improved memory, and improved immunity in the body. Now, what all I should do? What is the result of all these exercises? When you reduce your stress levels, your meditation, breath, and postures, all this when you do, your heart rate becomes much, much better. Because normally, you see people who are not able to manage their cardiac issues. They don't do exercise properly. For people who do regularly these exercises, the cardiovascular issues are very, very low because they're able to manage the BP, the cardiac issues, okay? The kind of stress levels are very, very low. Normally, when you are doing meditation very frequently, okay, your stress levels are very, very low. And it also helps the metabolism of your body. You burn unwanted fat, and because of this leads to weight loss. Suppose you want to put on weight, okay, also you can take care because the body ensures that you get a stable right weight. But mainly, many people I've seen, okay, who are having heavy weight, they lost weight in some very short period of time doing our sky exercises. And the energy level is very, very high. See, today you do exercise for one full day. 1 hour of exercise in a day will ensure your balance 23 hours is beautiful. But it's 1 hour if you cannot contribute for your body, then the balance 23 hours is not going to be very friendly. So it's very important that we manage this 1 hour. Okay, somehow we find this 1 hour. Okay, preferably in the early morning, because in the early morning if you do, okay, the impact is much, much better. So I request all of you, okay, we are all Vedatrians. We should definitely spend this 1 hour for ourselves at any cost. Because when you do this, you feel always very fresh, very active, and very strong. See, let us do exercise for about 7 days continuously. You see how the days go. You'll feel fresh. You will not feel sleepy. You will not feel, timid. Okay, but suppose for 1 week you don't do exercise at all. See the difference in the body. Immediately it'll show up. Even what people who got used to exercises on a daily basis, even 1 day they don't do it, they'll see a difference in their body. Like tablets. See, actually, when you get used to tablets, suddenly you stop medicines, you'll have a negative impact. Similarly, when you do continuously exercises, 1 day if you don't do it, you'll see a difference positively, definitely in your body. Because the body got used to doing exercises, meditation, Kaikalpa yoga. 1 or 2 days if you stop, okay, then immediately you'll see a telling difference in your health and the day will not go very, very good. And very, very important is your cognitive functions, your thinking functions. When I meditate, my concentration is very good. I'm able to focus. I'm able to think properly. And I'm able to do whatever work I do, whether I'm a student or an office goer or I'm a housewife, whatever work I do, I can do it properly. See, normally people say that I don't get time to do the exercises because I'm very busy. I'm studying, I have exams, I'm working in the office, I don't have get time there. Or also you say, I am full day, I'm very busy. The only answer I tell all of them is, if you can spare this 1.5 hours in a day, you will get 3 to 4 hours extra in a day because whatever work you do, you can do it faster because you're focusing. Second, the quality of the work will be beautiful. No, you don't redo it again and again. Because suppose you're working on a big project in the office. So you're working on the project, when you're focusing properly, when you're concentrating on the project properly, the quality of the project will be very good. Because you're doing meditation, you're doing exercises, you're able to focus and you're able to concentrate on the exact work what you're doing. Suppose you're not doing all this. The quality of the work, because you're not concentrating, you're distracted. So one, you'll take longer time to finish. Second, the quality of the work will be very bad. Maybe you'll redo it again and again multiple times. So whenever you do, okay, with all this thing, okay, your thinking capacity, your cognitive functions will be beautiful and you can do much, much better. Other thing is elimination of waste from the body. Detoxification. See, the body has, okay, also eliminate waste on a continuous basis. You have the circadian rhythm in the body. The circadian rhythm manages the sleep cycle and also the 12 vital organs when they have to excrete, what they should do. The 12 vital organs, okay, they have the classified every 2 hours, every particular function of the body, every particular important body organ, okay, they do some excretion. Because not only your ANS muscles excrete, every part of the body, your heart, your liver, your gallbladder, your kidney, your You name any part of the body, they all excrete. They run out waste. And which part of the body has to work at which time, there is a biological clock called the circadian rhythm. When you are doing your work, your exercises properly, the circadian rhythm gets the hormone called the melatonin, which secretes in the night properly. So this ensures every part of your organ works beautifully, okay, and you can take care of yourself because you love yourself. So the excretion, the elimination of waste is absolutely fine. The blood flow to the organ, the entire organs, and the oxygen is carried beautifully to every organ in your body. And your muscle posture, okay, how you stand, how you walk, how you move, how flexible you are, how strong you are, how are the muscles very toned, okay? Is there any joint issues? You have stiff joints, not able to manage your joints. Is there is stress in your body? If you move, you have knee pains, your ankle pains, your joints pain, okay, it means you're not doing exercises. So when you do this with a lot of care and this thing, definitely all these issues will not be there. Then another very, very important thing is your endocrine glands. Okay, the endocrine glands are very, very important. When you do all these exercises, your hormonal secretion will be beautiful. They will be in absolute equilibrium. And normally, if you take the adrenaline, okay, which is they call it the fright or fight hormone, okay. See, normally adrenaline is one important, is required when you are in stress sometimes. For example, let me give you an example. Suppose you are facing a problem. Suddenly you're going in the road, somebody is chasing you for no fault of yours, or maybe your fault also could be. Somebody is chasing you and you feel that this guy is going to kill you. He has a very ill intention. He is something, if he catches you, he is going to definitely do some harm to you. So you are running for your life now. When you run for your life, adrenaline secretes in good measure. When adrenaline secretes, what happens? Okay, it will give you an extra energy for you to do something which is different, which you normally don't do. And you run like crazy for maybe a few kilometers, then suddenly you see in the front the huge wall of 10 feet wall. There's no other way to go. You have to go back and get caught or climb the wall. In that situation, the adrenaline rushes there. You climb the 10 feet wall very easily and escape yourself. That's the beauty of adrenaline, but it should not be secreting on a daily basis. When this secretes, what happens is your complete metabolism stops. Your digestion stops. Your heart function goes up. Your BP rises. Your excretory forces don't work. So if it happens once in a while, it's fine. But when you do exercises properly, these functions are absolutely under control. Okay, they are calm and composed. Nothing will happen wrongly actually. Because adrenaline is required, but they're going to be under the right measure and the right control. And another very, very important thing is when you are doing all the exercises, your confidence level goes up. Your motivation level goes up. You feel composed. You feel very energetic in your body. Where your office goer, whatever you do, you feel that the confidence comes, I can handle myself. I can do it very well. The confidence comes to you absolutely. And another very important thing is your sleep cycle is beautiful. Because sleep is very important. Because Maharishi has given beautiful ways of managing that. You will not have any insomnia issues. Because many of us have problems in sleeping. We lie down on the bed, we cannot sleep at all. We don't sleep, your body just gets tired the next day. Many people ask me, how will I know that I slept properly or not? Morning when you wake up, how tired you are, how fresh you are, that determines your sleep cycle. I am fresh in the morning, it means you slept very well. The sleep cycle there are 3 stages. The starting stage, the dream stage, and the deep sleep stage. When you love yourself, when you focus on yourself, do the exercises, very fast you can go to the deep sleep stage. We don't spend much time on the starting stage or on the REM cycle or the rapid eye movement where you get a lot of dreams. So when you go fast to the deep sleep stage, you don't even sleep for 8 hours. So 4 to 5 hours is good enough. Take a prime minister, he travels all over the world And he's absolutely fresh every day because he does good meditation. He takes up his exercise, he does everything properly. And what he does is just lies down on the bed, he's immediately into deep sleep. So in 4 to 5 hours, the body becomes absolutely fine. So when we do our Maharishi's exercises, your sleep is ensured. When you sleep properly, obviously you'll feel absolutely very, very good next day morning. And your concentration power is good, your focus is very good, and your entire all parameters work very absolutely very well. So to overall to say, Vedatrium is all about love. Loving yourself, loving your body, loving your mind. Okay, when you do this, okay, when I know that I am very important, my body is important, my mind is important, my soul is important. So when I do all these exercises, all my functions are in tandem. When they are in unique, when they are in absolute order, okay, the onset of any disease is not there or it is postponed for a very, very long period. So on that note, I want to thank all of you for the time you've given me to present this very wonderful topic about love. Vedatrium is all about love, loving yourself, and loving only when you love yourself, you can love others. So I thought I'll just now stop here and take questions as you have. Thank you very much. I want to thank, all the organizers and the various participants who are here, okay, who are giving me the opportunity to share this moment with you and my short knowledge on this love of, science of love. Thank you very much. வாழ்க வளமுடன். Over to you, ma'am.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir. On behalf of all the listeners, we thank you so much for your inspiring speech. Now the forum is open for discussion questions. Please click on the raise hand button in your Zoom app to raise your questions to our professors. While you're preparing for your questions, we have few announcements to make. Please emphasize all your near and dear ones to learn and practice Kayakalpa Yoga. You can easily learn Kayakalpa Yoga from your home by visiting the website kayakalpayoga.edu.in or by downloading the Android application. Our monthly journal Anboli is also available in the Android app. Get access to the premium content of our Guru Yogiraj Sri Vedatri Maharishi's speeches at a nominal subscription. Every day in Anboli, Swamiji's rare audios and videos will be uploaded. Today we have uploaded rare audio of Swamiji. Please visit the Anboli app and listen to the rare speech of Swamiji and get benefited. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen to all the past speeches of our beloved professors for free. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatrium suggest donating 1% of your income to the good causes of the society. As some of you are aware, these donations are not expenditures, but they are investments. You get more than what you pay as a good karma. We invite you to donate to the World Community Service Center either through the Anboli app or through our official website, that is vedatri.edu.in. Section 80G exemptions are available for these donations. Now let us start the question and answer session. We request the participants to state the questions directly to our professors.
There are no questions.
Yes, sir. We have a question from Shekhar Ilamurgu, sir. You can raise your question, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir. It's been a wonderful topic, rightly chosen today, being birthday of Mother Teresa, the essence of love and the science of love, I should say. Nothing more to add as a question, but I would like to add the saying is like, the essence of any religion, love yourself as you love the neighborhood or whatever. Well said, sir, and hats off. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Murugan. Thank you.
Radha Ravichandran, madam, you can ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Nice speech,
evening.
sir. Thanks a
Thank
lot
you.
for the excellent speech.
Thank
Sir,
you,
I
ma'am.
have two questions, sir.
Please.
One is, you said that in normal circumstances, during panic situations, adrenaline secretes. When we do this yoga regularly with the
Sorry, can
we are always. Are you able to hear me, sir?
you repeat now? Sorry, I just lost you.
Sorry, sir. Sir, actually, you told that during panic situations in normal cases, adrenaline secretes, and we become overpowered and do some activity which we don't normally do. Does it happen to those who do yoga? Like you said, everything is normalized. Does we also react to the panic situation in the same manner as a normal way? Or does it happen in a different manner? This is one question.
Yeah.
Shall I ask the second question, sir?
Yeah, no problem.
Sir, the second question is that
You want me to answer first? I can answer. You want to answer? I can answer.
If they don't unmute me, no problem for me, sir. Okay.
Okay, I'll answer the first question, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Actually, whether you do yoga or not, when you do yoga continuously, the chances of going into a tough situation is very rare. Okay, going into stress is very rare. Panic situation is very rare because you get the capability and the strength to manage any panic situation. But suppose though you're doing exercises, somewhere you have the confidence level is low, you feel down, you face a panic situation, the same situation you will also have like anybody else.
Okay.
Normal people who are doing meditation, people like us who are doing meditation, the capacity to manage will be much higher. So somebody who's not doing meditation at all, they'll face it much more difficult to come out of the problem, whereas people like us can definitely come out very faster, much faster.
Does it mean that after the situation is over, the hormone levels will become normal sooner than the normal person, sir?
Definitely. Also, even the secretion will be less and you can manage much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, now the second question is that, sir, as you said rightly, when we don't do exercise 1 or 2 days, we feel little bit uncomfortable. Actually, we get addicted to this exercise in a way, actually. But others who don't exercise, they don't feel that much. Is this a bad side effect or what? I want to know, sir.
I like the word addiction, man. I like the way addiction. I love that word actually. Because getting addiction to exercise is a very good thing, very good word. See, they don't understand what they're missing. Okay. They think that I've seen a lot of people. I'm very lean. Why should I do exercises? Yes. I don't have sugar. I should do exercises. I don't have BP. Why should I do exercises? But when they get 40, 50 years, when they become 40, 50 years, that time the body will not react. Okay. Then only they will know, oh, I did not do exercise all along. Now it is showing on me. Okay. So don't worry. Such people will definitely have time. Even if it's late, doesn't matter. They're coming to Vedatriyam. Okay, Maharishi has given practices for everybody. Okay, even at that stage. But it may not have the same impact. Like you're doing from a very young age, you'll have much more positive impact. Somebody comes in late, they'll get that much less they'll get actually.
Actually, I'm not able to influence even any of my family members to do it, sir. I don't know. It has been a long time desire for me. But they have a disciplined way of life in eating, everything. They follow that 5 principles of time, limit and measure and everything. So they are fit actually, but they don't want to do any exercise. I'm not able to influence anybody in my family. That is a very long pending desire for me. Thank you, sir.
Actually,
Thank you,
in this world, you cannot influence, you can influence everybody in the world except your spouse. Okay, because very difficult to say, influence your spouse. So my suggestion is, your children, your spouse, if you want to influence them, there are 2 ways. One, you be a role model to them. By doing exercises, Madam Radha is absolutely fine, no temper, no anger, cool, she's managing, health-wise, no issues, never been to a doctor for her own problems. So that is one thing. So they are seeing you being healthy, being happy, manage yourself very well. Second, okay, keep blessing them. There's a karma, okay? When they should get it, there's an already determined. The right time, they'll come into this Vedatriyam. So what you should do, you be an example and just keep blessing them. The right time, they'll come into this, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Madam Kasturi, you can ask your question, ma'am.
வாழ்க வளமுடன், sir.
Walgo Ramadan, ma'am.
Your speech is really wonderful, sir. You have explained the segregations like endorphins, oxytocin, and serotonin like that.
Yeah.
I have one question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
The person who affected by the stress,
Yeah.
which meditation helps to get relief from the stress, sir?
Okay.
First, immediately, if the person knows the meditation, although they know the meditation, which meditation gives immediate relief?
Okay. It's not like meditation is not like medicine. Okay. It not give immediate relief. Okay. See, actually, suddenly, suppose somebody has not done meditation at all. Suddenly he wants to do meditation, there will be no impact. Because you won't even get a feel. Because meditation is something which you have to feel over time. So somebody expects a magic out of meditation is not possible. So, I mean, I have a problem, but tell me which meditation I will do so that I get relief today itself. That expectation should not be there, ma'am. Because meditation is beautiful, wonderful. It has given a lot of effect, it will be there. But it has to be practiced over time. Because suddenly I have to see which meditation to do, any meditation you can do. You can do Agnya, you can do Turiyam. Okay, I would say you can do 9-center meditation. Okay, 9-center meditation will be very, very good. Okay, because there you can spend about 40 minutes or 1 hour on a 9-center meditation. That's the best. But somebody who's already learned, then it is good. You cannot just start overnight and do this. So somebody who's already used to the meditation, for him a 9-center meditation will be very, very prescribable. That will be much better than other meditations. Thank you very much, ma'am. Walgo Ramadan.
Any other questions from the participants?
I saw Madam Meher Bhagani has raised the hand. She's gone off. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, she's back, sir. Meherwani, madam, you can ask your question.
Sir, be blessed by the divine.
Be blessed by the divine, ma'am.
Sir, I want this clarification once again on loving yourself first.
Okay. Ma'am, actually, the world, the universe, you are the best. There is nobody better than you. Because what is there inside your psyche, only you will know. What goes on in your mind, nobody else will know. And if you don't take care of yourself, nobody can take care of you. Because your spouse, your children, your parents, they can tell you, they can do all that. They can't eat for you. They can't think for you. They cannot make you do better the way you want to. So it is only important that you take care of yourself. And suppose you don't take care of yourself, you will not care for others because you think that you are a waste material. You are fit for nothing. When you feel you're great, when you feel you're positive, you're a nice person, you're confident, automatically you'll start loving yourself. When you don't love yourself, it means what? I have this n number of negatives in my body or in my mind. I'm useless. When you start thinking I'm useless, the mind will think that why should I bother about other person? My friends, my relatives, my spouse, my children, I don't care here for them. But what you will do? Because there's no choice, you will start loving. How? You will act as if you're loving. So when you love yourself, you love others. When you don't love others, love yourself, you'll only act as if you're loving others. It don't come from the heart. Oh, my husband has come, my wife has come. Okay, let me show as if I am loving them. It don't from deep within. But when you actually love yourself, automatically you'll feel like coming from the heart. Okay, you'll feel enjoying being with the person. The presence of a person will give you a lot of comfort and warmth. So my request to all of you is, please ensure that you feel you are the best. If anybody has a problem in loving yourself, please give me a call. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Walgo Ramadan.
Thank you, sir. Kasturi, ma'am, you can ask your question.
Sir, I have another question, sir.
Yes.
As a psychologist, doctor, you have to tell about, there are so many fears. One of the fear that surrounds today is the black magic. Is really black magic works, sir?
Okay. Ma'am, actually, as long if you are very strong in your mind,
Okay.
Nothing will affect you. Okay. See, you have the body aura. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the magnetism. If you
Okay,
meditate
sir.
continuously, if you do all your exercises properly, the aura will be very away from you, much away from your body.
Okay, sir.
No black magic can work on you. Suppose, for example, ma'am,
Okay.
you are coming in front of me. Okay.
Yes,
There are
sir.
5 others sitting in my room. They are all known to you. But you're absolutely fine, healthy, you're coming very happily. I look at you and tell, what's your name? Sorry.
I am Kasturi, sir.
Kasturi, yeah. Kasturi, we are looking very dull today. Then somebody else comes. Madam, what happened to you? Yes. Are you not well?
Okay, sir.
Like some 4 or 5 people ask you some negative questions. What will happen to you?
If we question
Start
ourselves as negative, it.
thinking something is wrong with you.
Okay, sir.
Automatically, you'll go down, ma'am. Okay? This is the
Okay.
principle how they use in black magic. So, what you should do, don't worry about anybody. Take care of yourself. See, black magic, see, people talk about a lot of things, but actually they all work on psychology.
Okay, sir.
Okay? See, they look at you, oh, you're looking dull. They'll say, oh, this affected, that affected. Okay, see, you come to me, you bring somebody to me. I'll tell 10 things about the person. I can read the face absolutely fine.
The relatives
Yes.
are attacked through the attachment only, no, sir. They
Yeah, attachment,
triggers the psychology only.
Absolutely, psyche. Psyche is what they attack.
Yes.
See, that is the only place where they can attack and do something wrong to the person, ma'am. Because you're already down. So
Okay.
whatever they tell you, listen. They'll tell you, okay, 10,000 rupees you give. I'll do that. But you be very courageous, be strong. Don't do anything. Nothing will happen to you. But the thought goes inside. Oh, this fellow told me like this. I didn't do this. Will anything happen to me? Next day it will happen. Because you're becoming weak. So your strength is what is all important all about. Be strong. Okay. Nothing will happen to you. Even disease will not come to you. How to be strong? 1, your mind. 2, your exercises. Stroke yourself. Give positive strokes to yourself. I am good. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm happy. Stroke yourself. Okay. Still somebody has problem, ma'am. Okay. See what I do hypnosis. I'm a hypnotist. Sometimes people come to me. Okay. I'll tell you a case. I am handling one person who's a 34 years lady. She went to some other meditation. She got wrongly, she got the initiation wrongly. Okay. And she got completely, the Kundalini chakra got disturbed. She cannot sit in a place. She'll do all nonsense she will do. I brought a master. I gave clearance to her. Then I made her lie down and gave positive strokes to her subconscious mind. Today she's fine. The way you think only. Nothing. There's nothing else. Okay. So my only request to all of you is be very positive. Manage yourself. Okay. Do your exercises. Okay. And keep your mind very, very strong. Nothing. No black magic or any magic will affect you, ma'am. Thank you so much. All go on, madam. Madam
Thank you,
Lakshmi.
sir. Lakshmi Palaniyappan, you can ask your question, sir.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க
Good
வளமுடன்.
evening, sir. Thank you
Good
for a wonderful session. I just have 2 questions, sir. The first one is, we know we practice exercise, we do meditations. There are at times that it's beyond, right? So, like, how do you rewrite your how do you the subconscious mind? So even though externally you try, like, I believe in saying you become what you think. So visualize everything is good, do everything, and I have seen a lot of benefits that way personally. So if somebody is sick, or visualizing they are getting better, they are walking, or even for me, I'm doing well even when I don't feel that good, helps. But there are at points when it's just shattered kind of so what is going on there? How do you rewrite that subconscious mind?
Okay. See, ma'am, mind is 3 levels. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. Subconscious mind is I'm talking to you right now, we are the conscious stage. Subconscious mind deep within tells you you're not good, you're useless, you can't do this, you can't do that. Normally, the way you have trained, the mind is very negative. The mind tells you you're not capable, you can't do this, you'll fail here, you'll do that, you'll miss this. like that. So what the mind is very powerful. What you should do is you must give a positive stroke to the mind. For example, suppose I am a loaner. That is, I have taken loan from somebody. I'm supposed to pay back money. Today, one guy comes to my house. He calls me and says, I'm going to come to your house. I want the money back. Immediately, what happens to my mind? Oh, it's going to come. He'll shout. Okay, I mean, everybody look at me. I mean, I lose my image. All one thought will become 10 thoughts. So I'll become agitated. I can't do anything. That stage, you stroke yourself. Fine, he's coming. I'll manage him. I'll see. I can somehow do something. But it's very not easy to say. Easy to say, but not easy. Difficult to execute. So
Correct.
the mind, what does it does? It listens to your logical reasoning. Subconscious mind. Suppose, for example, it says, "Oh, today something will happen." Okay, no. But actually, I'll tell you. Yesterday, one person came to me. The thought is, whenever I go on the road, some accident will happen to me. This lady came with her husband. She always thinks when I go on the road, some vehicle will come and hit me. So I took her into hypnosis. I asked her, in the last 10 years, you've gone on the road many times. How many times you got hit? No, she's talking to me subconsciously. No time. So you think that you are safe? I don't know. Fine. But if you don't know, have you got ever affected by you? Got hit any time? Like that, you ask questions again and again. This you can do yourself also. You can do this. Hypnosis can be done self-hypnosis, or somebody can do it for you. So you ask logical questions. The mind listens to reasoning.
Okay.
Logical reasoning helps. And you stroke with this, definitely you can handle a mind map. That's the best way to ensure that, okay, you stay positive always.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Pran.
Thank you.
See, if any of you want my number, you can take, okay, I mean, maybe Madam Jamuna Madam will have my number, or you can take my number also. My number is 9962 373705. I think most of you may know me, but in case you don't know my number, you can run down. My number is 9962 373705. There's no problems, don't call me. If a small thing bothers you, give me a call. We'll talk. So repeat again, 9962 373705. So any more questions, please? So I think there's no more questions. So thank you very much. I want to thank all of you and Madam Jamuna Madam and everybody else who the organizers for this wonderful opportunity to meet all of you and share my thoughts. Thank you very much. Be blessed by the divine. Valga Valamudan.
Be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for patiently answering our questions and sharing your divine insights with us. Dear Sky Meditators, let us all put our minds together to bless our professor. Please come to meditative state by focusing your mind on the Duriya Chakra. Professor M. K. Janakiraman, sir, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. Please keep enlightening us with such more interesting topics. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Valga Valamudan.
Giving is not just about making a donation, it is about asking a difference, and giving is the greatest act of grace. We would like to extend our heartfelt blessings to the following Sky Meditators for their generous donations made. We greatly appreciate for your kindness and utmost generosity. You truly make the difference for us. Indeed, we are extremely happy and grateful for you. By the grace of the divine bliss, may you and your family enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame and wisdom. Be blessed by the divine. We are happy to bring online programs live from the Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. Morning 6 a.m. we have exercises in Tamil. 7 a.m. we have 9 center meditation in Tamil. 7:30 we have 9 center meditation in English. By 11 a.m. we have speech in Tamil by Dr. Shakti Kumaravel on the topic Aravadu Arivin Sirappu. Evening programs, 6 p.m. we have Duryadida meditation in Tamil. 7:30 p.m. we have Panchendriya meditation in English. 7:55 p.m. we have speech in English on the topic Family, the Place of Worship by Professor Naresh Babu from New Delhi. Kindly share this invite with your friends and relatives. Let everyone take part in the spiritual journey. We would like to thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arulnidhi SKM Mailanandan Sir for his leadership, guidance and entire support in conducting these programs. See you all tomorrow with another interesting session in English. This is Jamuna Mani from Aliyar World Community Service Center IT team. Be blessed by the divine. Good night.